welcome to an Everyday Canines video. This is the Pup to Pro series and we're looking at loose lead walking part 2. In this episode we're going to be looking at the foundation games to build up really good loose lead walking. Now to start with, I would usually be doing this in my living room or in the garden, which is low distraction, very quiet. In fact, probably I'd start in the living room. So there's not a lot of distractions for the puppy. We're obviously outside because it's a bit easier for filming, and Pai Pai's been doing this a bit longer, so hopefully it won't be too much, but you can see what happens when an area is too high in distractions. The reason we're reducing distractions is so we're setting our dog up to be focusing on us, rather than going, oh, what's that? Puppies are terrible flutterbrains, so they're easily noticing other things and going off on one. So we want them to be able to focus on us with a limited amount of distractions around. So we wouldn't be doing this in the park to begin with or up the road. Okay, so to start with, puppy's not going to be on a lead. I wouldn't even have a harness on, but obviously she's at the field, so she's got it on it. But at home, she wouldn't even have the harness on. This first game, it's all about choosing to follow me around and be at my side. I've got high value treats, sardine and Marmite. There's a video for that if you want to know how to make them. And what I'm doing is really just shaping her behaviour to be, oh good. So you see, she went, oh, I wonder what Mum's doing over there, and has she got anything there? And hey. And I'm just gonna reward her for following me. See how easy that is? Now, important thing is, this is not on her nose. It's in my hand, yes, but my hand is here. Good girl. It's not on her nose luring her around. A lot of people begin their heel work by doing that. The problem with that is that you never can get the treat off their nose. So what we're doing is we're actually just shaping the behaviour. It's her choice. She's choosing to follow me, and when she does, and her feet are all on the floor because I don't want jumping up, she gets rewarded for it. So we just do this. Hey, you go there. What a good girl. See how easy that is? She doesn't even know she's loose lead walking. She's just going, oh, if I follow her, I get a treat. Hey, you going to come around? Oops. I haven't got a lot of space, so I'm just taking a little time. Yeah, good girl. So you see I've got the treat up here. Actually got the majority of the treats in this hand. And I'm not luring her at all. Eventually I could have my hand here and there isn't a treat in it, but because I will still reward from that hand, she'll think there's a treat from it. Where'd you go, Pai Pai? Go sit. So if you want to, you can mark this behaviour with a clicker. I just tend to sort of go, yeah, good, because when I get out on walks, I'm not very good at being organised with a clicker. But yes, you certainly could click this, and yes. Now I would walk in straight lines. I'd also do turns. Turns are interesting because they make your dog go, ooh, what's she doing? Where's she going? So adding in a turn every now and again makes life interesting for the puppy. Once you've done several sessions of that and your puppy's following you like this, now we can add on the lead. Pick a lead that's longish. Don't have a really short lead because we want to give them the option to pull or walk loose. If you've got a lead that's so short they can't do anything but pull, even if they just go a fraction ahead of you, it's not good. Just get some more treats. Now when I'm loose lead walking, I'm not aiming for heel work style. That's not practical. I just want my dog to be walking pleasantly beside me or even just ahead. Because I have several dogs to walk and I'm on pavements, I can't have every single dog beside me. So a couple of my dogs will walk ahead, but they're not pulling on the lead. So you might see me and my dogs might be out there, but as long as my hand is here or here, they're not pulling me. So that's the thing. Okay, so we're doing exactly the same as we were before, just now there happens to be a lead on. So as we're walking around, and we're not even going to ask her to come, I'm just going to wait for her to come. Yes! So you see, I didn't ask her, I didn't call her name. Good girl. I'm just getting her to choose. Yes. So we're in a limited space because we're working under a marquee, but obviously I'd be walking up and down and doing longer distances and turns. But you can imagine this like your sitting room. You know, you're in your living room and this could be the only space you've got, but look, you're still doing loose lead walking. This is actually a really good exercise to do when you're stuck indoors on a rainy day. Yeah, or in an evening when it's dark. I mean, she's a winter puppy, so it's a really good one to be able to work on in the evenings. Going up and down a hallway, it might feel a bit mind-numbing, but actually you're working on things nicely with her. Okay, should we try that a bit more? So if she goes away from me, I'm just holding the lead and I'm waiting for the connection. Yes, she came back towards me, so that's awesome. Nice. So you can see how I'm building this up. I'm tending to keep her on my left because I do heel work, so it's habit, but you could obviously do this on the right, and you might want to do this on both sides. So if we switch to the other side, oh, can you eat that for me? Okay, yeah, super duper. Clever girl. And you can see she's going, yeah, this is easy. This is rewarding. So we're now going to take it to the next step where we're going to make it a little bit more challenging and harder. Now, I haven't done this step with Magpie yet, and I'm not sure how she'll do. But it is that next step to get you ready to going out onto the park. So what we're going to have something that is a distraction set out for the dog. And the idea is that our dog's got to walk nicely towards it. It could be a food bowl. It could be a toy. This is a treat toy with food in it. I decided to go for this because if I put a toy out, I think that's going to blow her mind, a tug toy, and she won't be able to focus. If you put out something, you could put out a food bowl, but it could be empty. So as you're getting towards it, you would then put a treat in it. So, right, so I'm going to throw this toy down there. It's got food in it. You can see she wants it. So it's a high level distraction for her now. She really wants it. What she's got to learn is that she has to go on a loose lead to get towards it. This is similar to imagining you've got to be on a loose lead to get to the park. So, good. So, and I feel the tension going down on the lead. Good. I'm letting the lead go loose. Oops. And I rewarded her. Now, if this is too high distraction, I will reduce that to something lower level. Good girl. Good girl. Now I got close. She's been good. Get it. She's getting the reward. I can't figure out. It's a treat ball, lovely. Is it? Yeah, it's not a toy. It's a treat ball. Look. Oh, there's food in there. Yeah. Never mind. So I could try this with something else. I want this. This is a toy. The more value the reward has, the harder it's going to be to get the loose lead. So we'll see what happens. So you see the distraction level went up. Just wait. Good. Get it. Yeah, gotta bring it. Yahoo! She said, nah, dance away from you. Now, in that instance, good girl, nice. I actually only waited till the lead was loose and I let her have it. So that's another way to do it. It's just about taking that tension off, then let him reward. And then you build this up, you build the distance, you build the value of the rewards, and you see what you're doing. You're getting the understanding that you'll get to the reward if you walk nicely. Good girl. And she's winning it. But if you put tension on the lead and pull, you're not going to get anywhere. But I'm not saying no, I'm not telling her to leave or anything like that. It's all about her choosing. And you saw it didn't take long. To be fair, she's done other games like this where we have a toy and she has to wait until I tell her to get it. But you can see it didn't take long before she realised that, oh, if I just take that pressure off, she'll let me have it. So that's how we're going to start building up to our next stage. And you'll have done all of these things mainly in your house, in your garden. And then you can start taking them perhaps to the park and stuff. But we'll look at that more in the next video. I hope you've enjoyed this Everyday Canines video. And if you have, you might like to subscribe to our YouTube channel. And you can check us out on Facebook and Instagram. And I hope to see you all again very, very soon.